Have you ever thought about how close you are to achieving your improvement goals? How close you really are? Maybe a moment away, a word away, a phrase said in a staff meeting that makes the difference between total commitment and people backing away. What team wants an individual on their team that they cannot trust? I can't think of one. This is such a big issue, and yet in companies, it's something that we dance around, that we work around, that we hope somehow individuals that we can't trust will come around. This particular label is actually from a jacket that's hanging in my closet right now. Notice what's on the label. We know who made the jacket. We can see the size. We can see what materials it's made of, and by the color of the lining, we can see at least the lining is red. And so we make assumptions about the rest of the jacket based on what's on this label. What if the jacket in my closet was blue and it could talk and say, "I'm really blue. I'm blue." And we would say, "No, you're red. We can see by your label that you're red, not blue." And now, that jacket, if we transition that jacket to a group of people who have been labeled, maybe their greatest goal now is to escape their label. A big reason why we never get what we want are mixed messages. If we look at the picture on the left, how many of you would go ahead and turn in where it says entrance only? Would anybody turn in? How many would not turn in because it says do not enter? Which one is the right answer? We don't know for sure. We just know that we've been told two different things, and apparently either one, since it's been posted on a sign, is acceptable. On the right, we have a sign that says keep right and one that says turn left. How many people would go right? How many would turn left? Is anybody wrong? Do we know what the right answer is? But how many times in a company do we receive these kinds of messages? And the instant they're received, we either have conflict or confusion that results from that message, with no apparent right answer. How can it be possible that we give people the authority to make million-dollar choices and not be accountable for them? Well, think about this for a minute. When anyone is promoted to a management role, regardless of the level, they are crowned with the power to make subjective decisions. Yes, they make objective decisions, but they also can decide in a moment whether or not to go to a meeting to solve a problem, whether or not to talk to a department head they have a conflict with or a personality issue with. They can decide. And we accept their decision as, oh, that's just the way those people are. You know, we just can't seem to make any changes in that area. We just know that they're not going to follow through. We know that they're not, necessarily cooperating, and that's just the way it is here. What if we looked at the result of that decision because a problem wasn't solved, because issues weren't addressed in behalf of employees and departments to make their jobs easier, and we attached a value to that? It would far exceed, I'm guessing, what we suspect it would be. This last story is about a personal friend of mine who wears a uniform to work every day. On the uniform are key words from their mission statement, and the workforce is held to a very high standard regarding those key words. And the management team has disconnected itself from the meaning of that mission statement to a level that I have never seen in my career. The double standard is beyond what I could even describe to you. If I told you stories, you would not believe them. He told me one day they have a suggestion box at work. And he took a piece of paper and he wrote on it, "On our shirts, but not in your hearts." And he put it in the suggestion box. And he signed his name. Everything we've spoken about today puts a new definition on the cost of mixed messages, and it helps people see how damaging those mixed messages are in the workplace. And if they see how damaging those are, and they are an individual who delivers mixed messages, even unintentionally, it will help them step back and self-evaluate their own words and actions and make better choices. But until they see it for themselves, it's difficult for them to make that change.